Welcome to another Messenger Minute. Today I'm going to be looking at Adobe Photoshop Elements and how to use the Levels tool to improve the exposure in our images. So let's switch to Adobe, where I've already opened an image. And this image, although I like the image, is a little bit oddly exposed. It's a little flat looking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the Enhance menu. And under Enhance, I'm going to look at Adjust Lighting. And in here you will find levels. Now levels, there are a couple ways that I can do this. I can compress these levels a little bit, compress this color range. You can see that I've got a little bit of a flat area at the black end and a little bit of a flat area at the white end. Now by compressing these a little bit, I can end up with a properly exposed and vivid image. You can see that that's quite a difference from my original image. If you're happy with that, click OK, you're done. However, there is another option. What I often will do is use these eyedropper tools right here. And what these do is let me select absolute black and absolute white in my picture. And then it will adjust the exposure accordingly. So if I click on the black point, and what I want to do is I want to select the darkest area in this image. What in this image should be absolute black? So let's say this should be absolute black. And you can see that it adjusted this to be absolute black and everything else along that range has been changed. Now that may be a bit too much. So let's reset that. Instead, if we look along here, we have quite a black area along the strap. So if I select this black area along the strap as my darkest point, I think that does a better job of controlling this exposure. Now I can also select what in this image should be absolute white. Now right now this sky is absolute white, but I think that this band or along the arm here should be absolute white. So if we click along here and say this should be absolute white, there's a slight adjustment, and I think that our exposure looks pretty good at this point. So I'll click OK. Now I've got a really nice looking exposure, but I think I've lost a little something in the green. I'd like those colors to pop a little bit more, so I'll make one last adjustment. If you look in the Enhance menu, under Adjust Color this time, you will see Adjust Hue and Saturation. Now I'm not going to change the hue. That would actually really make my picture look strange. But I am going to adjust the saturation, and that is just the amount or the vibrancy of color in the picture. Now if I were to take this completely down, I can get a black and white image or zero color. However, what I want to do is go from 0 to make those colors pop just a little bit more. Now you don't want to overdo this because at some point this becomes very unnatural looking. But by adding just a little bit of vibrancy in there, we can really make those colors pop in the background. And there you have it. This has been another Messenger Minute.